Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Wednesday's art enrichment video, and yes, my hair is cut. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make this amazing work of art. I like to call it Splatter Monsters. I got this idea from Pinterest. Pinterest is a great place to give you a starting off block. Then from there you can take it and you can make it your own. So I'm going to turn you guys around and show you guys all the different materials we're going to need. All right. So I know that there's a lot of things here, but this is just to give you guys options in case if you don't have one thing, you might have the other thing. One thing you are definitely going to need is a white piece of paper. If you can get a hold of a thicker piece of paper, that's better. Something like a cardstock or maybe a piece of cardboard that came out of a package or something like that. It would be a little bit better to paint on, but if all you got is white paper like me, use white paper. Something else you're going to have is some kind of little cup. These are little sauce cups that I happen to have. I got them at Walmart a long time ago. They're perfect because you want a teeny tiny little cup because you don't need a whole lot of water. Speaking of water, you're definitely going to need a source of water. I just happen to put mine in a mug. Then you are going to need scissors for later. Definitely going to need a straw. And you're going to need glue for later. Now these are the different options. So right here, this is a washable paint. This is my daughter's finger paint from when we need finger paint. This is just an old bottle of acrylic paint. Standard paint you can find anywhere. Here is watercolor paint. That's this guy right here. Or you can use food coloring. So here is a bunch of different options for you. All right, let's set some of the stuff aside, make some room to create art. Okay, so step number one is going to be making liquidy paint so that you can put it on here and then use the straw and blow it out. So I've got my source of water back here. I've got this neat little metal straw and I just do a teeny tiny amount of water. It's about a teaspoon of water if you need an amount. So right here, first I'm going to show you guys if you have watercolor paint, this is awesome to use. I'm going to get my brush wet, wiggle it around inside the paint, and then deposit the paint into the little tiny bit of water that's in my cup. I actually want to do that again. So dip it in the paint, swirl it around, squeeze it in the corner so we don't drip. So my friends, we do swirly swirly, washy washy, squeezy squeezy. All right, so I did that 3 times to make my paint a little bit darker. Now I take my regular old straw, stick it in here. I use my finger and I cover the top of it so that I have a little bit of paint stuck in the straw. Can you guys see how the bottom of the straw is a little bit darker? Pick a spot on my paper, tap it down, go back, get a little bit more. One more time. Once I have a good little dot of paint on my paper, this is the fun part. Blow through the straw. I'm going to come back. I'm going to do it again. This time, I'm going to turn my paper around. And there we go. There's my first little dot for my little monster. Okay, so now I want to show you guys a different way you can make paint. So again, go from your source of water into your little cup, a little teeny tiny bit of water in there. And this time I'm going to use food coloring. I know not a lot of us have food coloring. I happen to do baking with my girls, so I've got food coloring. Notice I do not have an orange. I have my primaries and I have green, but I don't have orange and I want orange. So, what can I do to make orange? Do you guys remember? Mix, that's right. I gotta mix colors together. I'm gonna mix yellow and I'm going to mix red and it's gonna make orange. Take my yellow first. I'm gonna do 2 drops of yellow because yellow is a weak color. Other colors that go onto yellow take over yellow. So more yellow than red. Take my red, 1 little teeny tiny drop. There we go. I'm going to take my red drinking straw, mix it up. All right. Pick another spot on my paper. Make a nice little dot. Oh, come on. There we go. And blow. There we go. That one's really cool. I like it. Okay, so this last one, I'm going to keep going with the food dyes. We have a silly name for it here at the house. We call it cookie dye because we used to make cookies all the time and we would use this food coloring to dye the icing. So my daughter calls it cookie dye. So it's really hard for me to call it food dye. All right, this happens to be a neon box. Has a pretty nice green. Drip, drip. Put it away. Mix. All right, so you can also do these, remember. You just squeeze this paint in there, add a little tiny bit of water, mix it up until it's all mixed together. Science word for you, it's homogenized. All right, so again, dip, tap, and blow. Ooh, good thing I was on my mess mat. Look, it captured my mess. So now I'm going to let these guys dry just a little bit. Don't try to do anything to them yet. Maybe go outside and play outside, I don't know. So here is my scratch piece of paper. This is the one that I made my hearts with and the one that I made my crawling caterpillar with. What I want to do is I want to use a pen or a marker or a black color pencil. It really should be black. We're going to make some eyes for our monsters. So pretty big eyes here. Another one. And then another monster, I want to give them 3 eyes. One really big one, 2 little ones. And the last one, I'm going to give them cartoon eyes. Okay, so now I need to cut these eyes out. All right, my eyes are now all cut out and my little monster paper is all dry. Scoot those over a little bit. Okay, so now I need my glue. I think I want it like that. Yes. This is going to be my daddy monster, my mama monster, and my baby monster. So, on the mama monster, she gets the 2 eyes that are kind of medium. Just a teeny tiny little bit of glue. Don't need much. You can even take this one and swipe some of the glue off. Give my monster some eyes. You can place them anywhere you want to. You don't have to place them the same as me. Alright, then I want to give my daddy monster the 3 eyes. And then my baby monster, the little eyes. Okay, So now is where we get to have some more fun with our little monsters. So this is Mama Monster. I want to give her some eyelashes. And I want to give her some lips. But Daddy Monster, he has some teeth. And so does his little son. And you could give them arms and legs and antennas or horns, any kind of extra thing you want to give them. With some sharp little claws. Let me see if I can zoom in for you guys. There we go. Mama horn. Mama is wearing high heels. Alright, baby monster. Little tiny arms. And he's got pointy ears. And Daddy Monster over here. Let's give him some strong arms. And he has some pointy ears as well. There we go. You can add any kind of extra things you want to. Maybe Mama can have a purse, or there can be bows in her hair. Maybe little baby has some kind of toy. I feel like he would have a rocket ship. So I just want to add a little rocket ship right here in his hand. Fire. So have fun, decorate your monsters any way you want to, add anything extra you want to. Have lots of fun with this project. Don't forget to let the monsters dry before you use marker on them. On my little test monsters, I didn't let it dry, and see how it kind of got a little bit fuzzy. So please wait for them to dry. Don't mix a lot of paint. You really don't need a lot of paint. Just a little tiny bit will do. All right, guys. Happy creating!